Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chandrika and this is Rika Life. Thank you so much for joining me on my adventures in yarn and crochet. Today, as always, I have lots to share with you. Before we get started, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Alright, so I did the craft show at my son's school this past weekend and it went really well. I was working on items until Friday afternoon, and the event was Saturday morning. So I was pretty close to the deadline, but I had lots of fun making everything I did. I'm going to share some pictures up here with you of my table and the different things I made as I'm talking to you about them. So I only made 3 different types of items. So I made some larger peeps, Easter peeps. So here, hopefully I have a picture of that. I made 2 in rainbow color and 2 in a yellow color. So the rainbow color is actually Line Brand Cover Story Dreamland yarn in the color rainbow. And I think I used, what did I use? I want to say I used an L 8mm hook for it. And then the larger yellow ones are actually Bernat Blanket yarn in the color maybe Sunkissed. I'm not 100% sure. So those are the largest ones I made. And then I made what I'm calling the regular size Easter peeps. And for that, I actually used Big Twist Posh yarn. I just got something stuck in my throat. Okay, so yes, for the regular sized Easter peeps, I used Big Twist Posh yarn, and that is a yarn that was available at Joann's, but now since Joann's is closing, I don't think it's available anymore. So I had that in my stash from last year, from 2024, and so I just used what I had on hand. I don't know all the color names off the top of my head, but I used a yellow, an orange, pink, and a blue. So I used 4 colors. I do have a 5th color, which is purple, but I didn't use that because it felt a little bit different to me. So out of the large Easter peeps that I showed you, I didn't sell any of those. The regular size that I'm just talking about right now, I think I sold 5 of them. And then we move on to the baby chicks that I made. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun making these. This pattern, so the Easter Peeps is a pattern by Jamie Lynn Art. I will link it down below this video. And of course the Easter Peeps, the size just changes based on the yarn you're using and the hook size you're using. The baby chicks. Yeah, so the baby chicks is a pattern that I found on YouTube, and I will link that down below as well. For this pattern, I used, I think, an H 5mm hook, and I made 11 chicks, and I sold all 11 of them. The kids just loved them, and the way I had set up the table with all these like Easter baskets and just all these different things that I found, the kids liked it. So I sold out of all of those. What else do I want to tell you about the pattern? Yeah, so that pattern, initially I made 1 chick from start to finish. No, I made the body and I made the arms and I sewed them on. I hadn't made the face yet and I hadn't made the feet yet. But as after I made that first one, I was like, why don't we make this assembly line style? And so that's what I did. I made all of the bodies, then I did all of the faces and the feet, and then I made all of the wings, and then I attached those, sewed those on. So I found it to be easier to do it this way. I just find it to be easier sometimes to do it that way instead of working on one entire chick and finishing it and then going to the next one. You kind of get into the groove of, okay, this is where the eyes need to be, this is where the nose needs to be, this is how the feet are done, and I feel like it's just faster for me. So I really, really enjoyed making those. If you are into making things like that, I would definitely recommend using that pattern. It was a really good pattern. And the other thing I wanted to mention was that the designer put all of the instructions, written instructions, on the screen at the same time. So what ended up happening is that I didn't actually watch the video all the way through. I just kept skipping along and pausing it. So I didn't have to watch the entire video. So it said like round 1 and it told me what to do. So I followed along that way and it worked out pretty quick for me. So yeah, I sold out of all of those. I'm sure if I had made like 15, I could have sold those also, but I had only made 11. Okay, the next thing I made were Fidget hedgehogs. This is a pattern by Willow and Wild. I will link that down below as well. And in case you don't know, in the last like probably 6 months or so, fidget toys with these beads on them have just kind of exploded. And there are all sorts of fidget animals you can make and fidget toys you can make with crocheting and with beads. So I did buy another one from the same designer. This is a fidget hedgehog. I did buy a fidget turtle, and I bought a heart that also had beads on it. But I wasn't too happy with how that one turned out for me, so I didn't make it for the sale. But the fidget hedgehogs, I made 5 in rainbow colors, and then I made 5 in the more Valentine's Day colors, which had white, pink, and red, and some sparkly beads as well. All of them sold. I made 10. If I had made 15, I think they would have sold as well. The kids just loved them. They were picking them up and squishing them and just like they had so much fun with them. So I'm really, really glad that I made that, and I could have made a few more. I'm not sure if I had made like 20, if they would have all sold. They might have. So just something to keep in mind for next time is kids and parents like to, I priced everything very affordably. So in case you don't know, when I do these sales, all the proceeds are going towards making things for cancer patients and NICU babies. So all that money will just go towards buying some more yarn that I can use to make hats, that I can use to make shawls, that I can use to make baby hats, baby blankets, and I'm also trying to make preemie octopi or preemie octopuses. So yes, what else did I want to say? I'm forgetting now. But yeah, so overall the sale went really well. I ended up selling a few blankets as well. And so I sold 28 items, and I did have to spend quite a lot of time making things, but it was good. So I was able to raise some money for that, and I finally broke my yarn buying ban. I had not bought any yarn since December of 2024, so all of January, February, and almost all of March, until last night, March 31st. Hirschner's again sent an email with 1 cent shipping, which is valid today as well, till the end of the day today, April 1st. They sent that, and I went back. I had a cart already made. I totally modified it, and I put in other things that I wanted to try, and I made a purchase. And then about a few hours later, I went back onto their website, and I clicked on the categories and yarn, and then yarn packs or multi-packs, something like that. And when I went into that section, I realized that there were some really, really good deals. So I have 2 orders coming now, you guys. I totally broke my yarn ban. And yeah, I'll be getting 2 different shipments of yarn. I'm guessing they'll separate them because they're 2 different orders. They had like holiday yarn. They had Parfait Chunky 3 balls for $10.97. Now, this is something crazy about me, but when I see a good deal and I know that people like a yarn, I end up just buying it, and I haven't even used it before. But I bought Parfait Chunky in like 5 colors. It was just so beautiful. What else did I buy? I bought some mandala impressions. I wanted to try that out for hats. So I bought a good variety of things for making hats for cancer patients, hats for babies. some baby blankets, and just some things like to get ready for next holiday season. So I was like, why not buy some holiday yarn now, and I can start making some toys from now. So just taking advantage of those sales that they had, and also the 1 cent shipping, because otherwise Hirschner shipping to my house in Texas is like $15 to $25, and I don't want to pay that much for shipping. So luckily, their only caveat is that you need to spend $35 or more, and I most definitely did. So I guess the 1 cent shipping just came in time. I mean, I have been on their website for like the last week just building up a cart, but I wasn't really like super excited about it. So I ended up taking a lot of things out of my cart and just buying what was truly exciting to me. When I started my yarn inventory at the beginning of this year, I had close to 200 balls of yarn, and I got that down to, I want to say around 175. But now I've gone and bought some more yarn. So we will see how all of that's going to fit in my yarn closet and these bins behind me. But I'm just like, I'm so excited to get this new yarn. Like, I'm just so excited to get a good deal, to get like pretty much free shipping. And yeah, so go over to Hirschner's if you haven't already. They have some really great yarns. They have their own brands, and then they have all the other brands. They have Your Inspirations, they have Line Brand, they have Premier Yarn. So of course they don't carry every single line of the other brands, but they do carry a pretty wide selection. I'm also going to be making a blanket as a gift, so I bought some yarn for that as well. So overall, I would say, I mean, I think I hit the jackpot. Like, it's going to be a great order. Yeah, you can tell how excited I am right now. I'm very, very excited. So they usually ship really fast. So today is Tuesday. So I might even have some yarn by the end of this week, early next week for sure. They ship really fast. So yeah, I started making hats again. So my husband asked me if I had any hats for cancer patients, and I was like, I don't have any right now. So I found this one that I was making, so I finished it. This is actually Bernat fluffy yarn. It's called Fluffy, Fluffee, something like that. I'm not sure if it's still available, but I did buy 2 balls of it. I bought it in purple and in navy blue, royal blue, navy blue, one of them. I think royal blue. So it is a very, very soft yarn. But just the sizing, I don't know about the sizing. Like, I had my daughter try it on too, and I tried it on too. It is fitting me. It's just a little bit snug, I think. But it's fitting. It's good. So this is a pattern. I think it's called a Speedy Beanie, and this is on YouTube. I will try to remember to link this down below. And I kind of modified it and added on a couple more rows from the pattern just to make it the correct length. And then I have some scrap Bernat blanket yarn, so I was trying to make a hat out of that. And this is what I would like it to look like. And this is what it looks like. It's actually kind of I made it too wide, but it still fits. I mean, it'll still fit. So I think it's nice. I made it so that it'll cover my ears. So it's covering my ears. And oh my gosh, I don't even know what this colorway is called. I think it's something teal. And so I have a little bit of Bernat blanket yarn scraps. So I'm just going to make hats out of them until I get the rest of my yarn. I was digging through and trying to figure out what I could use to make hats with. And I took out some worsted weight yarns, but I kind of am more partial to making the hats with like chunky yarn or super bulky yarn. Just because like this is Bernat blanket yarn in a hat. Okay. It is so soft and so comfortable. So yeah. It's really, really nice. So I'm going to make more, and I won't make that last row of increases. So hopefully the next hat will look like this, and it won't be so wide because it doesn't really need to be that wide, I think. Okay, so that is what I'll be working on now. I'm going to be making some hats. I have 2 star blankets that are still outstanding. One is in purple and the other one is, I don't think it's called hot pink. I think I already finished. I finished the hot pink. So this is another shade of pink of Mandala Gradient yarn. So I have 2 star blankets left. Those are just going to be like car projects or just kind of like in between projects. And now I'm going to start making hats. And I am going to need to organize my yarn so that I can make space for all the goodness that's coming my way. I'm super excited now, you guys. So yeah, I was planning to make today a whip and yarn chat video, but I'm recording this early in the morning, so that will be the next video. I will be working on something with you and we'll have fun together, okay? So thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, I hope you have a wonderful crochetful day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.